everyone, it's Michelle from Play Cafe Academy, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you our 3 most common complaints we get at our facility and why we choose to ignore them. Now, over the last 3 years in business, we've gathered a tremendous amount of feedback from our community. While we try and take all of this into account and make improvements and changes based on the needs of our customers, we do sometimes get suggestions that we choose not to implement. This isn't to say that we don't value these suggestions or the customers who make them. So I don't want to use ignore in that way. However, I firmly believe that if you try to please every single person who walks through the door of your business, you'll end up diluting your mission and your company values until you ultimately end up pleasing no one, including your current customers who know and love you. I'm going to share today the 3 most common complaints that we receive that, again, we choose to ignore. We do thank those who bring them to our attention and simply take the opportunity to educate and explain why we do the things the way we do. This will result in the complaining customer taking one of 2 actions. The first would be that they listen to why we are choosing not to implement their requested change and understand the reasoning. Customers who choose this path will likely appreciate the time you took to address their concerns, and they'll remain a customer and fan. However, the second action these customers can choose to take and often do is to stand their ground and just kind of scoff at your reasoning. This group of customers will simply never get your mission or your values as a business owner and company. We must let these customers go and forget about them. Every time a customer decides that your business is not for them, space is actually opened up for new ideal clients who will love and appreciate all you do. Remember, a bakery could make the best, most delicious peach pie on the planet, and they will just always come across a customer who simply hates peaches. So without further ado, these are the 3 complaints we get frequently that we ignore. Complaint number 1, you should extend your weekend open play hours. Now, if you recall my blog about the 6 different areas of focus indoor playgrounds can choose from, you know that we choose to primarily focus on birthday parties. Birthday parties are both our main revenue source and what we are the most known for in our community, which we love. However, because we choose to focus on birthday parties and not open play, it means that we must limit our weekend open play hours since most birthday parties are hosted on the weekend. The small size of our 2,500 square foot facility, paired with the fact that most of the parties we host are first or second birthday parties with more than 50 adults, which requires a lot of space, means that we must shut down for every party and make it private, which is part of the allure of our venue. We do ensure that we charge enough for parties, almost double what our competitors charge, to justify each party being private. Although private rentals is one of the aspects that makes us stand out against our competitors, we still get complaints. Our only available open play time slot on the weekends is Saturday from 8:30 to 12. This upsets some customers, especially working parents. However, we found that even when we do extend open play hours on Saturdays, we still don't see a lot of traffic and we can't put a dent into the amount of revenue we could potentially be making with private parties. Therefore, we've stuck with Saturday morning open play and it's working well for us, despite some customers wanting us to change. We know as a business that if we did not close for private parties, we just wouldn't have the cash flow or profit to continue operating, which we explain to these customers so they can better understand. We also appease these customers, again, mostly working parents, by adding weeknight classes, events, and extended open play hours whenever we can so that they have more that they can participate in. Complaint number 2. I hate taking my shoes off to go in the play area. This is a complaint we hear all day, every day. However, we will continue requiring that socks be worn inside our play area. This is for a few different reasons. The first reason is that we cater mainly to babies and young toddlers, and at that age, children are just constantly putting things in their mouths. If we had dirt, snow, salt, and outside debris scattered around the play area from guest shoes, it would be very likely that a young child would ingest them. In upstate New York, where we are, it rains and snows frequently. Allowing guests to wear shoes in carpeted areas after they've trekked through these elements would really prevent us from maintaining a clean space, and it would also add to our staffing needs since we would require more cleaning time to be spent each and every day. Cleanliness as an indoor playground is of utmost importance to us, and it's one of the main reasons our loyal customers review us and they continue to return day after day. If we were to start allowing customers to wear wet, dirty, soiled shoes inside of the play area, it would surely derail this priority. I would much rather customers complain about the slight inconvenience of removing their shoes than have customers complain about our space being dirty or really anything less than sparkling clean. So ways we help to lessen the complaints is by ensuring that our policies regarding footwear are clearly posted on our website, on our door, and on our social media pages. We also have affordable socks available for purchase for just $2 should someone forget, and then you just keep those. If a guest has shoes they cannot remove for health reasons, we also have shoe covers available to them at no cost. The time we hear this complaint the most is during the summer when sandals are prevalent. When guests ask if they can play barefoot, we make a copy of our county's health code available, which clearly states that all employees and patrons must not be barefoot in places food is either served or prepared. As long as you make these policies clear and communicate them effectively to your customers, most guests will be understanding and comply. Complaint number 3, the last one. You should serve full meals. Now, when we first opened, we served pastries, sandwiches, and other fresh snacks that were provided by a local bakery down the street. However, this bakery, which has since closed, charged us upfront for the cost of the food, and we were often left with a huge leftover stock that we lost a significant amount of money on. Discontinuing the majority of our food service and trimming our menu way down was certainly met with some disdain from a small group of customers. However, I found that even though people say they want a specific service, does not mean they are willing or able to pay for it. The only way we could potentially make money from serving anything other than our snack menu, which we still serve, is to include a commercial kitchen in our space, which we just don't have room for. Instead, we offer a snack menu and we also allow customers to bring in their own food. Not having a commercial kitchen allows us to keep our payroll really lean and operating costs down so we can stay in business. We've also found that by not offering food, guests tend to not stay as long at our facility. Because of this, we're able to accommodate more families inside our small play area per day, which is really helpful, especially during times like spring and winter breaks. To prevent complaints about these policies, we do allow re-entry with our play passes, meaning that guests can leave and return multiple times in one day for one price. While customers use this benefit pretty infrequently, it definitely helps to boost customer satisfaction, and it does allow us to charge a little bit more for open play. If we were to cave in and make adjustments based on any of these 3 complaints, not only would we let our ideal customers down, but we would quickly lose what makes us unique and special, and we'd lose a lot of money. As long as you make your rules and policies make sense for your ideal customer and you set your business up to be sustainable and profitable, then keep them in place and be sure to have enough educational support and documentation, like a frequently asked questions page, for example, to explain why they're all in place, and make sure you train your staff as well. Not everyone will appreciate or enjoy your business, and that's okay. As they leave, they'll be opening the door to an ideal client that will follow and appreciate all of your policies. Thanks for watching today's video, and don't forget to subscribe for weekly new content. I can't wait to see you next week. Bye.